We don't serve your kind here, old man. Take your fake war toy somewhere else. 83-year-old Frank Morrison stands frozen at the bakery counter, his purple heart trembling in weathered hands as mourning customers turn to stare. The young clerk has no idea she just insulted a Korean war hero. What happens next will shock you and restore your faith in justice. Smash that subscribe button if you respect our veterans, and drop a comment sharing your thoughts on how Frank should be treated. Frank Morrison just wanted a simple strawberry cake for his late wife's birthday. At 83, he walked into Sweet Dreams Bakery wearing his service medals, including the Purple Heart from Korea. Behind the counter, Jessica, a college student with pink hair, looked up from her phone with annoyance. The morning rush filled the bakery with about 15 customers. I'd like to order a small cake, please, Frank said quietly. Jessica glanced at his medals and rolled her eyes. Oh great, another costume freak, she said loudly to her coworker Brad. Look at this guy. Probably bought those fake medals at a garage sale. Frank's face turned red. Miss, these medals are real. I served in Korea. I just want a cake for my wife. Your wife? Jessica laughed. What is she, like 90? The crowd began recording with their phones. She passed away 3 years ago, Frank said, his hands shaking. This would have been her birthday. Jessica enjoyed her audience. Brad, look at his fake Purple Heart. These old guys make up war stories for attention and free coffee. Frank's voice stayed steady despite the hurt. I fought at Chosin Reservoir. Many good men died there. Jessica's voice grew crueler. Spare us. The fake hero act. We don't serve your kind here, old man. Take your fake war toys somewhere else. Go play dress up somewhere else. The bakery fell silent. Frank stood frozen, his Purple Heart trembling as customers stared. Some looked sympathetic but stayed quiet. Others seemed entertained. Brad joined the cruelty. This isn't a costume party, old-timer. We're running a business, not a charity for wannabe soldiers. Try the thrift store where you bought that junk. Frank pulled out a worn photo of himself in uniform from 1952. This is me when I was 19. I served with honor. Jessica barely looked. Anyone can fake old pictures. Photoshop exists, Grandpa. She turned to the crowd. Sorry everyone. Delusional old man holding up the line with fantasy stories. A teenager called out. Just give him his cake so we can move on. Jessica smirked. See, nobody has time for your show. Buy something without the sob story, or leave. Frank trembled but stood firm. I just wanted a cake to honor my wife's memory. I fought for your right to speak freely. Brad laughed. Here comes the patriotic speech. Did you single-handedly win the war? These old guys think they're movie heroes. Nearly 20 people watched. Frank's voice cracked. I never claimed to be a hero. I was just a young man who answered his country's call. I lost friends like brothers. Jessica addressed the crowd dramatically. Everyone, we have a live performance of war fantasies. Should I call the theater? This is probably his most excitement in decades. The cruel laughter hit Frank like physical blows. In all his years, even in combat, he had believed in human decency. That hope was breaking. Just as Frank started to leave, the bakery door crashed open. A tall colonel in dress uniform entered with 3 soldiers behind him. The bakery went dead silent. Jessica's mouth dropped open. Master Sergeant Morrison, the colonel said loudly. We've been looking for you, sir. Frank looked confused but recognized. The rank. Sir, we're here from the United States Army. Your service record has been under review. Several medals you earned in Korea were never awarded due to filing errors 70 years ago. The bakery watched in shock as the colonel opened a ceremonial case. Master Sergeant Morrison, for your heroism at Chosin Reservoir, where you carried 3 wounded soldiers to safety under enemy fire and held your position for 18 hours in a blizzard, you are awarded the Silver Star, Combat Infantry Badge, and Korean Service Medal with 4 battle stars. Frank's eyes filled with tears. He never expected recognition after all these years. Additionally, sir, your December 3, 1951, suicide mission to get ammunition for your surrounded unit earned you the Distinguished Service Cross. Your commander's recommendation was lost for 70 years. Jessica and Brad stood frozen, faces white with horror. Master Sergeant Morrison, you're one of only 47 surviving chosen few veterans. Your service inspired generations of soldiers. The colonel turned to the crowd with authority. Ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing a true American hero. His unit was surrounded by Chinese forces in 40 below weather. He volunteered for the most dangerous missions and saved countless lives. Every phone recorded, but now it was history, not entertainment. Frank accepted his long overdue medals with shaking hands, tears flowing freely. The colonel's expression hardened as he faced Jessica and Brad. However, Master Sergeant Morrison was disrespected and harassed here today. The military doesn't tolerate mistreatment of decorated veterans. Jessica went completely pale. This bakery has federal contracts worth $200,000 annually, supplying the nearby base. Due to the treatment of this decorated veteran, those contracts are terminated immediately. The owner rushed from the back office, faced white seeing the officers. Additionally, the colonel said, pulling out his phone, "I'm calling Veterans Affairs, the American Legion, and local veteran groups about how Master Sergeant Morrison was treated. They'll be very interested." The colonel placed his hand respectfully on Frank's shoulder. "Master Sergeant Morrison, your transportation to Washington, D.C. is arranged. You'll stay at the Willard Hotel, all expenses covered. It's the least we can do after 70 years. As they prepared to leave, the colonel addressed everyone. "Let this teach you something. Any elderly veteran you see might have sacrificed everything for your freedom. They deserve respect, not ridicule." Frank walked out surrounded by honor guard, head high. The same people who watched his humiliation now witnessed his vindication. Within hours, the story spread everywhere. The bakery closed within 2 weeks. Jessica and Brad lost their jobs, and the incident followed them for years. Frank got his ceremony in Washington, D.C. with other forgotten Korean War heroes. He never got Margaret's strawberry cake, but he got something better, the respect and recognition earned through sacrifice 70 years earlier. Justice sometimes takes decades, but when it arrives, it makes up for all the waiting.